Removing a 1960s crank arm that has a tapered pin is not that easy. Let me give you some helpful tips that help me in doing mine. This is a crank off of 1960s English bike. I had to take it off to get at the bearings to get to this shaft. To get to this shaft, I had to take this pin out. This pin goes in this hole here. It comes up from the bottom, and then it locks into the shaft right in here. Wedges in tight, so when you tighten down on the nut, it holds it in place. To take this off, you have to take off this nut, and then you have to push this pin out. You have to use some type of press or a vise of some type to get it out. That's the only way. I didn't have a press, so I used my vise. And I put a socket, that purple thing at one end on the non-threaded part, and I left the nut on the other end to protect the threads. And then I tightened using a cheater bar. But what I found is if it's not perfectly lined, it doesn't always go through straight. And so I had to use a punch to knock out the last part of it because it's kindly bent. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I have to put it back together again, but I'll worry about that later. The two things that I take away from this whole experience is that the pin, when you're trying to press it out, has to be lined up pretty level. Otherwise, you can bend it, and then you have problems like me trying to get it out. The other thing I learned is that even though I tried to protect the end with the nut at it, it doesn't, you can't push it all the way through with the nut on. You have to take the nut off and to push through it to the very end. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the threads on that. I'll probably have to do something with a chaser or something. Anyway, I hope this was all helpful. Thank you for watching.